And welcome to the W Prague. This is located in one of the most popular areas. During the day and evening, you're going to see tons of people walking along here. It's in the heart of the city. This is one of the newest W hotels in the world. We're heading into the lobby now. This property actually opened first in 1905. It was a historic hotel. And then about 10 years ago, they started the renovation process to turn it into a W. Now, so taking 10 years to build is a very long time. They added a new building. But as we're walking in, you can see the beautiful W sign here. We also have the concierge desk, so they can help you with anything you need. Service has been fantastic. Follow me, I want to show you the lobby. Great, and here we have the beautiful reception area. And as we continue around, we can go this way to the elevators and the lounge for the guest rooms. And here we have like one of their beautiful lounge areas. This used to be a French restaurant, but every part of this property is really beautiful and they tied in a lot of the historic elements. I can't wait to show it to you. This is my 19th W hotel. Let's take a look. And welcome to our wonderful room. This is the entry-level room, the same room type that was booked. Now, normally with status with Marriott, Platinum and higher, you're eligible for an upgrade even to a suite. Unfortunately, they're really full this weekend. They didn't have it, so they did at least put us on a high floor. But this is what the entry-level rooms look like. In my opinion, they are just a little bit small. Now we have the large king size bed here right in the center of the room, and then everything flows. So we have the bathroom, which goes into the bed, which goes in here to the little seat. So it's all kind of one unit. The bathroom is kind of exposed to the room, so there's not a lot of privacy, unlike some other suites here that they might have. Now next to the bed, we do have a Bluetooth speaker. We have a wireless charging port, so that's nice. I love the design behind the bed with the different mirror, and then the frosted over the mirror, the different colors is nice, along with the lighting up top here. So that's great. Bed looks comfortable. I love the ottoman in front of the bed, the carpeting around the bed, and then the hardwood floors. We also do have automatic blinds. So on each side of the bed, we can just basically push this button for curtains closed, and the curtains are going to start closing. But I'm going to open those. So that's great. Definitely what I always look for at luxury hotels is automatic blinds. So that's amazing. We have a TV here to the side, which is awkward because when you're in bed trying to look at the TV, it's kind of weird unless you move maybe these chairs here and look at it this way. And we have like this little piece here next to the TV. But I will be honest, I'm very disappointed with how many flat walls there are. Basically this whole wall here, and then the whole wall on that side, there's nothing on it. It's completely plain, like completely on that side, which for a luxury hotel is unacceptable. We don't even have like this. They definitely could have like made it the whole length of the walls. That would have just made it a lot better, but it just is very basic. We have one seat here and then the little ottoman. And what's nice is it does have the floor to ceiling windows. So that is an excellent choice. Now over here in the corner, we have the mini bar. This is a very unique piece. When we open this up, it has a lot of mirrors going on, but we have the Nespresso machine, we have complimentary water, and then everything else is for purchase. So the teas and Nespressos are complimentary, and then everything else here is for purchase, unlike the Andas, which everything is complimentary. We have drinks down below, some juice, wines, and sodas. So like this piece is really unique, but next to it, there's literally nothing here except a little trash can. Like there's not even a cool light in this area, even up top here. Like they could have put like a light in the ceiling or like anything. I mean, this is just, I can't even believe I'm in a brand new W hotel. If this is the way W hotels are going, it's definitely not something I'm looking forward to compared to some of the other newer W hotels in the world. Now over here we have the view. This is the highest floor. This is the 8th floor. So we actually have a view looking out here, but all the floors underneath us don't really have a view at all because you're just basically looking at these other buildings. So not all the rooms here have a great view. Coming from the Andas, it really was kind of a disappointment here. this is like they went on about giving us a great view here. I mean, sure, you can see a little bit, but you're mostly just looking at the building here. So in my personal opinion, it is not a great view. Now, when we first walk in, we'll head on over here to the bathroom. They had to be very efficient with all the spacing. So they have the closet when you first walk in here, and it's all mirrors, so I do like that design. The closet inside does have a robe, and then it does have coat hangers. I'll bring this robe over here to show. So the robe does have the W logo on it, and it's very soft, so I definitely approve of the robes. That is great. And then down below, we do have the slippers, and they are the brand standard. They're actually the regular Frite slippers, so they're going to be very thick and plush. So slippers and robes are good, so at least that's one positive here with the room. But otherwise, we have the whole bathroom set up here. We have just one sink. They definitely could have put 2 sinks if they wanted to, but this is like kind of the desk area. It just feels like a very more basic type of hotel room where they're just trying to squeeze everything in, sometimes like Moxie hotels. So they have the desk just built in right here. They have a little like, it looks like a chocolate, beautiful little assortment of welcome chocolates. And then we have the towels, of course, the skin regimen products, and then it should be the Momo soaps in the shower. Let me take a look. But the toilet and shower areas are just right here. So you open this door and we have the toilet area, and then we have the shower area here. Now, the one thing I do like with the shower and toilet is the mosaic that goes all the way to the ceiling, that like tealish color. So that's kind of nice, but it is kind of all pretty tight in here. It's all one space. And then when you just look at the walls, it's just really cheap and really unfortunate. I mean, if this was maybe like a La Meridian or a more like premium brand with Marriott, I'd understand, but being a W hotel with the luxury tier, it's just incredibly disappointing that they wouldn't build it to be better with like better paneling on the walls or just like something than just this plain wall here, you know. Keep that thing that's next to the TV. They should have just had that the whole wall. It could have just been the whole wall. It would have made it at least feel a lot more luxurious. But overall, I'm honestly, so far, I'm impressed. The service has been good. The public areas seem nice, but I am overall a little bit disappointed with the rooms. In my opinion, they are not luxurious. The Andaz definitely feel, even their more base rooms feel more premium and luxurious than these. Let's go take a look at the rest of the hotel. Welcome to W Prague. This is one of Prague's newest luxury openings. It's also the Marriott's W brand debut, where it got brought to life in this city. It's located on Wenceslas Square in the reborn Grand Hotel Europa. It's significant for Marriott because it marks W Hotel's debut in the Czech Republic and a centerpiece of the brand's European expansion. This property is absolutely stunning. It's set inside the iconic Art Nouveau Grand Hotel Europa, a landmark first opened in the early 1900s, now meticulously restored and paired with a contemporary wing. So you get heritage, views, and modern design under one roof. And it's in a totally different location than the Andaz, so staying here was just a totally different experience. You're a short walk, though, back to the old town areas through the metro and tram connections. What makes this property unique is that it's an icon reborn. It also is fused with today's W social spaces, plus an away spa with a wet pool, sauna, and steam room. The spa facilities here are truly unique. You're not going to want to miss it because it is a true luxury experience down there. Now, when you first arrive, you can just really get that blend of historic and modern vibe all at the same time. We have these beautiful archways, perfectly framed with the restored furnishings. Even the stairwell there, everything is just really beautiful, along with the new modern elements, the new desks, the new lighting. Service is spectacular. They have the concierge desk where they will help you plan your time in Prague, anything you want to go do or see. They can give you a guide and basically show you the best way to do it. As you continue down, you have the front desk reception area here where you can check in at a stand-in check-in desk. Now, check-in here was very nice. Service was very friendly, and they do provide a welcome drink. Just past the front desk is Bosso. This restaurant is international and carries the soul of a 1905 French restaurant. The lounge oozes sophistication. It also features like light bites and other like wines or drinks. So it's just kind of a nice place to relax. They even have a whole nother area in here where you can sit down. So it's just kind of really luxurious feeling. The welcome drink at check-in was phenomenal. They also let ambassador members choose a card that can include like a free drink. And this was a jet lag treatment at the spa, which basically was just like Theragun boots for like a 20-minute session. Now here we have, past the front desk, we are walking towards the W Lounge. There's basically the open kitchen, which I believe makes the food both for that restaurant just past the front desk and this W Lounge area. The W Lounge is a very beautiful seating area and bar. They have all kinds of different food to eat. I will show you that later, but the design is extremely modern and beautiful. It's stunning no matter where you look, and it definitely fits and feels the W vibe. There's even like the little light fireplaces around. Now we were escorted up to our room and shown all the different room amenities. They had a little welcome note for us with some chocolates. The room itself, as I mentioned, was very small and disappointing. Their bigger rooms, like some of their junior suites and suites, would truly make this one of the best hotels in the city. However, they went way too cheap on these standard rooms, and it's extremely disappointing. They need to change that immediately. They could make them a lot better just by putting something on those walls. I can't even imagine the amazing experience I would have had here if I would have had one of their suites. Definitely consider using a nightly upgrade award at this property, as that would secure your upgrade 3 days before you get there based on availability. Now, other than the spa, the breakfast is definitely one of the best experiences here. This is the Grand Café. The Grand Café is open in the morning from about 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's a modern spin on the legendary Grand Café space. They have signature dishes, they have a open style buffet, but it's also extremely historic in like a modern way that I appreciated. The tables, the venue, it all just felt extremely like somewhat modern, but also historic in the same way. Here was the menu. You do get, with the elite status, platinum, titanium, and ambassadors, 2 free breakfasts. It includes the whole buffet and then plus 1 main hot dish off the menu. So I believe I got like the truffled eggs or something like that, but the buffet is just stunningly beautiful. They'll make you complimentary drinks like cappuccinos and lattes. They also have all these delicious pastries to choose from. The croissant stuffed with pistachio filling was definitely the highlight. They have all the different breads as well. They have the cold items such as sliced meat, cheese, and then a salad bar. They have baristas to make all the different coffees and lattes. And yes, you can have unlimited cappuccinos and specialty coffee drinks all included for the breakfast buffet price, or included with your elite status if you have platinum and higher. We also have some cereal bar, and then we did have some more unique juices. But overall, it was just a really stunning setup and design. It also wasn't super crowded during the time that we were here, which was very nice. It also is on the ground floor, so it offers views outside to the street. Not the nicest views, but the interior decor definitely makes up for it. The service, presentation, and quality of food were all fantastic. Now we're going to head back over here to the W Lounge. I just want to give you a quick tour of it, just because it really is something else. This is basically considered the social living room, and it has lounge hours listed from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. They also some evenings have DJs that can perform music. It not only has inside seating, but it also has an outside seating. This is a great place to come and relax, get a bite to eat, or just take in the outside air. Unlike the rooms, they definitely did not spare any expense. They went all out when it comes to the ceiling design, the wall design, the beautiful interiors, the furniture. Just, it's so unique, and this is what makes a hotel unique, that you would go out of your way to stay here, is just because of this design. I really wish the rooms lived up to this level of sophistication, ambiance, and beauty. Next up, we're going to go downstairs to -1, and this is the destination bar. It's actually a speakeasy style cocktail world on the basement level with multiple seating areas. It has a signature menu and it has late hours. It's open about Wednesday to Saturday from about 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. So it was not open during the time we were here, but we were able to take a quick look, and it's actually incredibly unique. The design itself is really modern, sleek, and something you just don't see anywhere else. And that's what I love about this hotel, is it truly is different and completely separate from every other hotel I've ever been to. The bar actually has multiple rooms with distinct experiences. They not only have a lot of different cocktails and drinks, but they also have some like light bites. This is where you can relax or just kind of get away from the city. Next up, we're going to take a look at the above rooftop. And this is one of the also amazing features of the hotel. The above rooftop is your seasonal open air venue in the modern wing. It offers sunset views. They sometimes have live DJ, and they also have a lot of good bites and cocktails built for golden hour. The hotel and city listings show it operates as a summer hotspot, with also it's open to the public. Here's just a quick look at their menu, and then the live DJ this night was getting set up. This area is expansive. It goes all the way down. I love the furniture that it actually had very plush cushions. It also has shade umbrellas, but this is one of the best restaurants in the city because you're up higher here on the top floor. You have a beautiful view looking out over the Prague city skyline and a lot of the different monuments. So it's definitely a place you're going to want to experience. I definitely recommend spending at least 2 nights at this hotel, just because of the spa facilities, which you're not going to want to miss, as well as this beautiful rooftop and the breakfast experience. The reason I would not maybe come back here or only spend 1 night is because of the basic rooms like we had. Again, it just really just overall dampened the experience. Now for the best part, the away spa. And this property does it right. Because as you know, I expect the at least main facilities in the spa area to be included for all guests. I don't want to have to buy a treatment and spend extra money at a hotel just to get those facilities. And here you don't have to. They are all included and the value is incredible. The spa here features a Czech organic skincare brand whose own products are used throughout the menu. They have different types of treatments and several treatment rooms. The facilities include a Finnish sauna, steam bath, and a relaxation area. They also include cold experimental showers. They have the main pool, and then they also now have the hot tub with Vitality Experience jets. And look at the walls. They are literally gold tiled. Why couldn't they have done this in the rooms? So this is just very beautiful design. You basically then can walk all the way down this hallway here, where you then have more shower options, as well as the sauna and steam room. Down here they had some infused water, and to the right is the sauna. I love that the wood goes all the way from the floor to the ceiling. The lighting is just beautiful. Definitely A+ sauna. This definitely feels like a resort that could be like in the Alps or like at a ski resort. It's just incredible. Here's what the experience shower looks like. It's a whole experience that you walk around. It has all of these jets, and as you go, you basically experience the different seasons. So spring, summer, winter, and fall. So it actually gets colder as you continue down. But this is definitely now the coolest like experience walk around shower I've ever seen. There's so many different features to it, different sprays, and then at the end you have the winter, of course, so you do have like the ice and the snow. And then right here in the middle is actually the steam room. So you basically can also go in the steam room. It was very steamy, so I highly approve. Here's a quick look at the pool again. It's amazing that you actually have this pool indoors. It was awesome. It definitely wasn't super big, but it's awesome that this has a pool because most hotels in the city do not have any pool at all. But wait, there's more, because there also is a whole relaxation lounge. You can not only wait in here just to relax, but also before your treatment. They also have some very light bites and refreshments, so you can truly relax in this dark environment. There even is locker rooms, plenty of them as well. So this is definitely one of the highlights of the property. On the same level down here where the spa is, they also have the indoor fitness center. It does not have any views, but it's a very nice design. Look at the ceiling, how the whole thing is like the lit paneling there. That's awesome. The gym wasn't super big, but they had all the new modern TechnoGym equipment, as well as the free weights and the wood flooring. So it definitely felt extremely modern. This here was a little bit of a lower ceiling, so I wish that the ceilings were a little higher. It would add a little bit more luxury feel. You did have the cold towels, some apples. They also maybe could have had some like energy bars out. That would have definitely heightened the experience as well. But regardless, a very stunning fitness center. Okay, now for the review of the W Prague, I'm going to start with the room. Room specifically, I'm gonna give a 3.5 out of 5. Now that's pretty a low score for a luxury hotel, but I'll just go into the details. The basic room that we did get is just a little bit small. There's also just a lot of flat walls, and they definitely could have done a lot more with the lighting fixtures, materials, just things. It's just a little bit more basic. Now it is brand new, so it is modern, everything is clean. And then the floor to ceiling windows are nice. It's just the views here are just not that special. Next up is going to be inspiration. Overall, how inspired was I by this hotel? That overall, I'm going to give a 3.5 out of 5. It's just nothing crazy inspiring. The outside of the building is unique. The lobby area, the corridors, it's just a little bit more on the small side. They have a couple restaurants, but the views are all kind of facing like other buildings and things. The rooftop has amazing views, but overall, I don't know why it just wasn't crazy inspiring. I think for me, the room is the biggest thing that's important to me. So if the room isn't that crazy, overall, it's just not gonna be something I'm gonna be really into. Next up is gonna be service. Service here, I am gonna give a 5 out of 5. They are very friendly. In fact, right now on the Marriott website, they only have like 36 reviews and it's a perfect 5. So other people have also found the service excellent. There's always someone by the front. Check-in staff were always there. Restaurant staff were amazing, kept checking up on us. Rooftop staff were awesome as well. They had the amenity in the room. They had welcome drink. They have note. So everything that I look for service was there. The only thing was they could have maybe brought the bags to the room a little bit quicker. I had to go down and get them. And then also, unfortunately, they did not have an upgrade available, but when I asked again after we got to this room, you know, just nicely, hey, is there any chance, you know, that there's anything just even a little bit bigger, even if it's not as good of a view or accessible, they just basically said no. I feel like they could have said, hey, you know what, let's just check one more time. Maybe there was a cancellation. You know, I'd love to do that for you. It just could have been a little bit more heartfelt. It was just kind of very stern. Oh no, we don't have anything. So I wish that they would have at least double checked, since this is the only night that we were here and it's the whole reason I planned this whole trip was pretty much because of this hotel. Finally, value, would I return here? Overall, I'm gonna give that about a 3 out of 5. Kind of staying here one time, you know, it's nice. The design is okay, but nothing like crazy out of the blue that really blew me away design-wise or inspirational-wise that I really want to come back. I'd much rather go back to the Andaz Prague. We had an amazing experience there. The view was just so much better. Service was just as good. They had just the rooms just felt a little bit more luxurious and modern. So, and it's also in a great location as well. But overall, I mean, this hotel, it's one of the newest Marriott properties. The service is great. I think you will have a good experience if you stay here. It's just for me personally, there's nothing like extremely crazy about this place compared to the other 18 W hotels or so I've stayed at. This one's kind of, I feel like on the lower end of the W spectrum when it comes to like level of room and design and just luxury. Service is great, but everything else, like especially the rooms, I feel like they could put a bit more money into it. Now the suites here may be a little bit nicer, so if I come back, maybe if the suite is much bigger and better design, it would get a higher score. Can't wait to see you in the next review. Thank you so much for watching.